Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back with another video, and you guys, I think this is a very important video. As you can see by the title, I will be discussing how I was able to wean my daughter off breastfeeding cold turkey. That's right, cold turkey, y'all. I was not playing no games. Your girl is finally free.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
No, seriously, like it feels so good to be free, like to have my body back, to just, I don't know, like it's just a sense of liberation. And honestly, this whole experience was very bittersweet for me, but I wouldn't change anything, and I'm so glad it's over now. but yeah, let's get into the video. So, all right, so let's just do a little backstory, let you know what's going on before I give y'all the tea on how to do this. So I had, before even having a child, I always said that I wanted to breastfeed. That was before I didn't know what came on into it. You know, I just thought like, okay, you have the baby, whip her on your titty, and you're good to go. No, as you all know, like breastfeeding, it is hard work. It's not as simple as just, I mean, eventually it gets to that point, or it feels that point, but it's not as simple as just putting the child on your boob and let them, you know, get. So yeah, before giving birth, I had always said that I'm going to be breastfeeding my child, like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I wanted to do it for at least a year. I'm so proud of myself that I surpassed my goal of 12 months, and I did reach almost 14 months of exclusively breastfeeding my daughter. So, I'm very proud of myself because, most women can't even do that, or most women, don't even choose to do it. So I'm glad that I at least reached that 12-month mark. But homegirl had to go, and let me tell y'all how I even decided to just cut her off cold turkey, because initially, like, just the thought of like trying to go through the process just gave me anxiety. Like, I just felt like, bro, this is not gonna work. I'm not gonna last. She's not gonna like it. This is not gonna work. Like, she's probably gonna be screaming Bloody Mary, and I have no idea. I didn't really like research like how I was gonna do this. I just knew that like you weren't gonna be on my breast no more. So, quick backstory on how or what made me decide to just cut her off one night. Okay, so she has been sleeping through the night for about she started like a week before her first birthday, I want to say. So it's been a good month now. So she's been sleeping through the night, or maybe 3 weeks, whatever. She's been sleeping through the night, no issues. But I can't be in the same room as her. We used to co-sleep, but like we share the same room. But I noticed that if I was to like, put her down to bed or whatever, and then like a few hours later I go in the room to, go to sleep in the bed, she's gonna wake up. She's not sleeping in my bed, but she will wake up. I just felt like she was smelling the breast milk and all that kind of stuff. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna put her to bed, and I just will not come back in there until she wakes up in the morning. So that's what I had been doing. I just was not sleeping in the same room as her anymore. So one night I was like, you know what, it's been a good 2 weeks or however long it's been. I'm like, it'll probably be fine if I just go in there, because I was tired of sleeping on the couch. So I'm like, let me just go and go sleep on the bed for this night. Wrong decision. Because she ended up waking up maybe like an hour later. It was like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and she woke up, and I was highly annoyed. Because she would not go back to sleep. Like, I did not want her on my breast. Like, I just was like, no, like I can't do this right now, because I had nursed her but she did not go back to sleep. And I just got to the point where it's like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want her on me. She needs to just go to sleep on her own. So that night, once I was like fed up with like nursing her, I was like, that's it, homegirl. Like, you gonna have to figure it out on your own. She was going crazy. Like, she could not put herself to sleep. Mind you, I'm in the same bed as her at this point, because when she woke up, I brought her back in bed with me to nurse her to see if she'll fall asleep. She never fell asleep. So she's like, moving all around, and she kept like, grabbing on me, trying to get back to the boobs, and it's like, I'm not gonna put you on my boobs because you done spent all this time on my boobs, girl, and you did not fall asleep, homegirl, and I'm in pain, I'm annoyed, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. You gotta figure it out yourself. So that night, like, it took her forever before she eventually put herself to sleep. Like, I literally was turning my back. Like, I know it sounds really harsh, it sounds really bad, but I literally was turning my back so that she could just do whatever she had to do to make herself fall asleep, because I couldn't do it. Like, mentally, I was just so frustrated, and just like, I had checked out. Like, I didn't, like, no. So eventually she ended up falling asleep, but it was just like, it took a while, and I didn't sleep that night, and I was so upset, and I'm just like, bruh, I can't do this. Like, I don't want another episode of this to happen again. So literally that next morning, I'm like, you gotta go. It's over. That's it. That's done. I'm sorry. Your experience here with me on my boobs, it's finito, done. So the next morning, what typically happens is when she'll wake up in the morning, I'll go upstairs and we'll just be in the bed. I'll nurse her and we'll just, play around, this and that. But nope, that didn't happen. Next morning, I was like, wow, what we gonna do now? I had some almond milk in the fridge, and I gave her that. I gave her the almond milk, and she drank it. And so I was like, okay, all right, she's not going crazy. And so that day, like, those first, honestly, it did not go as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Those first 2 days, she kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? She motioned, trying to come to the boobs and stuff like that. But every time she would do that, I would stop her, or I would just give her the almond milk, or I'll distract her with like a toy or something else. And that's just how it was. Like, I would say the first 2, maybe 3 days, it was like that. And I think she kind of knew, like, okay, yeah, I did kind of mess up last night, and she probably not fucking with me no more. So I'm just going ahead and just drink this almond milk. That's okay, cool, whatever. So, like, honestly, the first day it wasn't that bad. But then I was trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do when it's time for her to go to sleep? Because she nurses to sleep. Like, that's how she goes to sleep. She nurses herself to sleep. So I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so bad. So when it came to her nap time, what I ended up doing was I brought her sippy cup of milk, and I brought something. I think I brought like a tea there toy or something upstairs with me to the room, and I just held her in my arms. I stood up and I just started singing, and I let her drink on the sippy, on the almond milk, and then I just started singing, and then I put the cup down, and she fell asleep. I was like, wait, what a minute, what's going on here? She fell asleep, you guys. So that has been my method. Literally, I just give her, I switched from almond milk to oat milk. I switched to oat milk because it has less sugar. Almond milk, the store-bought ones, they have way too much sugar in them. So I switched it from her drinking the almond milk to oat milk. It only has like 7% sugar, and she likes it. She really does. I gave her the vanilla flavor. It's creamy, it's almost about the same consistency as the almond milk and, you know, our breast milk or whatever. So she loves it, y'all. It's been 15 days. Yeah, it's been 15 days since I've weaned her off, and everything has been going great. Like, I'm so glad I decided to do this. So basically what I do once again is I just give her milk in a sippy cup, and she drinks from that. Like, first thing in the morning, you know, normally I would nurse her and then she'll go about her business just playing around and stuff like that. Nope. In the morning now, come downstairs, I give her a sippy cup, she drinks, we're just chilling on the couch watching TV, waiting for her cousins to wake up or whatever. And that's it, you guys. Like, she does not even she doesn't ask for it no more. And like, honestly, excuse me, I feel like I took things I took it worse than she did. Like, I thought she was gonna be screaming and hollering, like, you know, those first 2 days she was like you know, being like, you know, what's going on, like, this is the time you normally give this to me. But it didn't last long, and it wasn't something that I had to like really try to get over. But like the first day, oh, yeah, it was like I felt guilty, you know. I cried after I put her down for that nap because it was like, oh man, I did cry the first day because I felt guilty. I felt like, you know, I wasn't giving her what she needed, what she wanted. She didn't need it anymore because she's already one. But I felt guilty, and I don't want to hear my baby cry. Like, no one wants to hear their child cry. So it was harder for me than it was for her, honestly. But once you get over that hurdle, like those first 2-3 days, like it's like heaven. Like, I just feel like I can do so much more now. Like, I feel like I feel free. That's what I feel like. I feel free. So yeah, so those first 24 hours I got really engorged. And like, of course, like, I didn't really want to pump or whatever because I didn't want my body to signal like, okay, you know, I need to produce more milk. So I had only been pumping once every 24 hours. So I started the journey like on a Saturday morning, and I didn't pump again till probably like Sunday night. I think that was the next time I pumped. And then after that, it was probably like Monday night. I had only pumped, I'm gonna say it's been 15 days. I probably pumped 3 times, and that was like in the beginning or whatever. So I would just like store the milk, and I'd mix it with the oat milk or whatever, and she'd drink it or whatever. And that was that. Like, I ended up doing the cabbage method. The cabbage method. I just went and bought some green cabbage at the store, and, you know, cleaned it out, and I would put a layer of it in my bra, and that was it. Like, I hadn't really had engorgement after those first 2 days. After that, it just felt normal, but, you know, there is still milk in there. When I shower, I take, you know, hot showers, and I try to, like, you know, express myself, express my milk. But yeah, like, other than that, y'all, it's been glorious. So my advice to you is to be prepared, because I kind of wasn't prepared. I kind of just, like, honestly, I just winged it. Like, I drink almond milk, and I make, you know, oatmeal and stuff for her with almond milk, so I already had that in the fridge. But like, you might want to just prepare yourself. Like, what do you plan on substituting for them? And I know they don't have to have, because, you know, she's a year old now, she doesn't have to drink milk. But, you know, for now, if this is something that she wants and that she likes, why not, you know? And, you know, I'm not with the cow's milk or anything, so I don't think it's hurting her. But yeah, so I would suggest that you need to prepare yourself, whatever substitute that you plan on using to give your child, have it on deck, have it handy, and just put it in whatever favorite cup that they like to drink from. Whenever you see that they are asking for the boob, you have to distract them with something else. Give them the cup of whatever you're going to give them. Give them a toy. Just you got to something, kids are easily distracted anyways. And yeah, it works for me. It may sound bad, like it may sound like the crying out method that people do for sleep training. And I did not sleep train y'all. I attempted to sleep train her. It worked for a whole week, and then after that, we went like she just went back to her regular sleeping pattern. I just couldn't fix it after that, and I was just like, whatever, we're not doing that anymore. So she's not sleep trained now. I would say her body is trained to go to sleep at whatever time she goes to sleep, which is around the same time every day. Like her naps are start at 1 p.m. and we always start her bedtime routine at 6:30. Like as soon as it hits 6:30, we go upstairs and get prepared for her bath. And she is, she sleep by 7:15, the latest now. Before, oh my gosh, when she was nursing to sleep, it would take forever before she fell asleep. And it's like she was using me as a pacifier. Like I knew it. I knew she was, but I didn't know how to change that, and I wasn't prepared. Like honestly, I wasn't prepared mentally, physically. Like I wasn't ready to change how we were doing things until that night. So now, I think I have a clip. I think I recorded it. Was that today or yesterday? I can't remember. Well, I think it might have been yesterday, but I recorded just a small clip of, me singing to her when I put her down for a nap or when she's going down to sleep for the rest of the night. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine. And y'all, I'm free. I feel free. It worked. I hope it works for you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye.